Alright everybody, it's time to get pumped up. We're jumping into an action movie that's based off of a fan favorite video game series, so you already know I'm excited for this one. This is 2015's Hitman Agent 47. Please don't disappoint me. Spoiler alert, while I might be giving you my opinion on the film, that's no substitute for watching it for yourself. Links to the film are in the description. And for those of you that need to hear this is just a movie. All stunts are for the sake of story and shouldn't be attempted on your own. Viewer discretion is advised. During the opening credits, we get some backstory from a woman named Katia, and she tells us about the start of the agent program. The whole point was to make the perfect killing machine without any feelings of fear or remorse. It worked, but apparently the creator, Litvenko, grew to become evil and disappeared. Agent program was shut down and the agents all went into hiding. Any attempt to restart the program ended up failing, so they tried to find Litvenko. During the search, they discovered that a girl might be the key to finding him. In present day, surveillance footage shows that a match might be found in Germany, but Agent 47 also has access to this information now. Del Riego is the one in charge of the facility that's searching for the girl, and he sends men to find her. But this is a cool gadget hitman movie. Trackers are shot onto the cars as they drive by and they don't even know it. So far, I'm not disappointed, but we haven't even met Agent 47 yet. The cars come right over a bomb that is placed under the road and the front car is blown up. After the remaining vehicles turn down a different route, the third vehicle trips a sensor that connects to a sniper rifle that kills the driver. As the final car reaches a safe house location, Del Riego tells his men that he needs answers as to who is picking them apart. Once he thinks he's safe, he asks his men for an update, but it turns out that they are already dead. Now we meet Agent 47, and he points out that he's there for a personal matter of stopping the agent program from being revived. 47 asks him where Katia is, and after some persuasion, Del Riego tells him that they spotted her in Berlin and gives him a folder number and code. Del Riego is stupid enough to go for a gun as 47 turns his back, and he gets blown up. What follows is an awesome pistol work scene with some back-breaking stunts. Literally back-breaking. One guy falls and breaks his back on a stair rail. My back still hurts after watching it. When 47 comes out of the doorway, he strikes the classic hitman pose, and we see that we're jumping to Singapore now to see the Syndicate headquarters. The Syndicate spreads the word of Del Riego's death, and they put a rush on finding Katia. Meanwhile, in Berlin, we meet Katia, who is piecing together some information on Litvenko, but she's not getting much help from anyone there. Katia leaves the records office and hops on a bus where she observes all sorts of people that are happy together. Little does she know that she's riding with John Smith, who tails after her when she gets off. Katia goes to a black market rigger and buys a new passport. As she leaves there, she starts to get flooded by all the surrounding sounds in the apartment nearby. Then we jump to 47, and I have to say that I love the music they play. 47 goes to what I'm assuming is his apartment, and he sets up a computer to search for Katia while he naps sitting up. Katia, on the other hand, goes back to her hole-in-the-wall apartment where she takes a long look at her wall of evidence that leads her further into the rabbit hole. Back in 47's apartment, his laptop finds a match, and he pulls up the surveillance that shows her location. That night, 47 gets a call from Diana, who tells him he has a visitor from the Syndicate, and she gives him 48 hours to terminate both targets. 47 packs up and heads straight for Berlin. In Katia's dream, she gets a glimpse of 47, but what she doesn't know is that he is right outside her door while she packs up all of her stuff. Katia makes it out by her rooftop just as 47 opens her door, and she makes her way to the subway station. It's here that John stops her, and he warns her that she needs to listen to him if she wants to live. He's here to kill 47, but he wants to save her too. As 47 spots them, they both open fire, and Katia makes her way to safety. When 47 gets ready to shoot her from a distance, John does the only thing he can do now. He tackles him over a guardrail onto a moving subway train, of course. The two of them continue fighting on the subway tracks, and John does a pretty good job of holding his own against the super soldier. John gets some space between himself and 47, and he takes Katia to the parking garage where they hop in the car with Oh, it doesn't matter who that guy is. 47 shoots him halfway through his one line in the movie. John takes Katia out of the car and they briskly make their way to the American embassy. John sets off the alarm, and 47 decides that this isn't worth the risk just yet. Katia and John are arrested, and Katia is questioned by a Mr. Sanders. While she answers some vague questions, Katia gets a glimpse of 47 entering the embassy. 47 doesn't make it past security, and he is calmly taken into custody. After Sanders gets a call, he goes into the interrogation room 47 is being held in, and he brings the sniper rifle that 47 got caught with at the entrance. But 47 points out that he's just brought him his instead. And cue another awesome combat clip. This is where it kind of feels like a Hitman game. The slow motion, smart execution with the disguises. 47 disguises himself in the Marines uniforms that were guarding him, and he follows John and Katia out of the embassy. John carjacks a cop in the middle of the street, and while he drives them away, he tells Katia that she's been looking for her father this whole time, Litvenko. He gives her the whole backstory on Litvenko that we got in the beginning, but 47 takes a shot from who knows how far away with the sniper rifle. He ends up hitting Katia, but it isn't a fatal shot. John takes her to a hotel where she cleans herself up and takes care of her wound. Katia knows that John is holding back more information, but he won't break his silence. It's only after she threatens to leave that John tells her about a file they found. In the file, it says that Litvenko changed Katia somehow. Go figure, Agent 47 and a half. Just kidding, but apparently her super awareness was engineered into her by Litvenko. Happy birthday, sweetie! After hearing this, Katia pulls out a map of her father's life, and she asks for more information from John. John tells her that he was dying of lung cancer, and she narrows the location down in her mind. When the phone rings, John goes to answer, and he quickly tries to get to the door. He's too slow though. When she comes to, she's tied up in a room with 47, and when he touches her, they share some sort of connection. In their memories, we see that both of them were part of the same program, but she made it away while 47 didn't. As a sort of way to break her into using her amazing survival agent skills, 47 turns on a huge turbine engine behind her, and it seems to activate her skills. That's definitely one way to activate someone. I would prefer a quick little lesson, but apparently a test is what 47 used. Apparently, Katia is Agent 90, and now I'd be terrified to find any other agent numbers. Soon more assailants show up, and 47 tries to give her a crash course in being an agent. He sets things in motion to take out most of the men in a few moves, and sure enough, he does just that. Katia runs into John and he shows his true colors. 47 fights John, and apparently John has some ability to stop things from piercing his skin. He got shot like 4 times a while ago and he's still alive. Then he stomps 47's knife when it goes about an inch into his chest. But Katia manages to take out or put down everyone with the handy use of the turbine engine. Ingenuity at its finest. John is alive though. 47 and Katia walk away, and he tells her about how John has liquid titanium pumped into his body. Now that 47 has Katia's trust, he asks for Litvenko's location, and she tells him Singapore. What they don't know is that Diana is listening in. She calls Agent 48 and tells him to head to Singapore immediately. John goes back to the hotel room where Katia left her map, and he notices that Litvenko is in Singapore. Now that everyone's headed to Singapore, we hop over there. 47 and Katia arrive in the airport, and he disguises himself as a pilot as he tests Katia some more on her sneaking skills. By the time she makes it outside, 47 has already procured a car, and they go on their way. Apparently, she messed up right at the end though when she got in the car, and now everyone knows that they are there. I'd almost say that it might go easier for them if they just draw them in and take them down. Either way, we're coming up on the final showdown, and I'm all about it right now. When 47 and Katia go to the hotel, she asks him a bunch of questions, and she eventually asks about his emotions. 47 simply tells her that he is what he needs to be, but she believes that there is more to him outside the job. He warns her not to put her faith in him, and he is dedicated to the job. He gets ready to sleep and he leaves Katia alone. She takes his time to take a swim, and when she comes back, she seems to contemplate if she's really like 47. In the morning, Katia is disassembling 47's guns to clean them, but she gets a glimpse of bad guys coming through the door. 47 handles the hand-to-hand combat, and she apologizes for taking his guns apart. Katia and 47 head to a beautiful orchid greenhouse, and she goes off to look for Litvenko. After a short walk, she finds him. Litvenko tells her that she shouldn't have come, but she has questions that need answering. He tries to promise her that he didn't want this life for her at all, and that's the reason he left her so long ago. He gives her a little more backstory on her mother, and he hopes that she can forgive him for everything. Just then, 47 shows up on the same walkway, and Litvenko tells him that he's ready to be killed. Katia tries to tell him that 47 isn't going to, but Litvenko knows that 47 is programmed to do nothing else but kill. Katia believes that they all have a choice, but just then, a nearby couple pulls out a gun from under a fake baby and aims at them. At least I hope that was a fake baby in the papoose thing. I don't know, but 47 had no issue with putting them down. The three of them make it to a car and they go to leave when John corners them inside the parking garage. More men show up, but 47 manages to keep them on the run. As he Tokyo drifts around the garage, he even manages to take out quite a few of them. They seem harder to take down, so John has them close off the building. In a race to make it out, 47 grazes the barricades as they raise, and John's SUV gets totaled as it rams right into it. John activates all of the units in the city, and 47 continues speeding through the city. Suddenly, grappling hooks get shot into 47's car and they are held in place. This is starting to play out more like a Fast and Furious movie now. At least there isn't a tank or cars flying from helicopters. This is still more realistic than those movies are. As syndicate men start ziplining down, 47 manages to shoot most of them down before they hit the ground. As they run, Litvenko ends up getting shot and he has 47 take Katia away. Not before 47 slipping something in his pocket though. After 47 and Katia are away, John arrives to take Litvenko away, and he interrogates him at the headquarters. As a means to an end, John uses experimental drugs to torture him. Suddenly, Leclerc comes out of his bunker office to stop John's interrogation, and he tries to get the information out of Litvenko himself. Leclerc wants Litvenko to restart the program with himself as the head of it this time. I'd laugh so hard if Leclerc was actually Agent 1 or something like that. Just then, 47 hacks into their system and tells Leclerc that he'll make a deal with him. 47 is piloting a chopper right outside their window, and he shows him that he'll trade Katia for Litvenko. When Katia realizes where they are, she pushes the stick in front of her forward, and the helicopter plows through the office. Now that Katia is inside taking down men, 47 continues playing games with John until he reveals himself in Leclerc's chair. After a kind of sloppy fight, 47 manages to kill John by electrocuting him with the entire tower's electricity circuit. Amazing! Katia arrives just then and they both go to retrieve Litvenko from the roof. Katia vows to kill 47 when this is all over, but for now, they work together. Up on the roof, Leclerc is putting Litvenko into a chopper, but 47 and Katia get there just in time to put down all of the guards. All except for one. One of them manages to get a bullet off and shoots 47, who sacrifices himself for Katia. It isn't a fatal shot, but it's the point of it. Meanwhile, on the helicopter, Litvenko says to himself that Katia's mother would be proud of her, and he activates an explosion that 47 slipped in his pocket earlier. Katia watches as the helicopter falls to the ground, and 47 calls Diana to confirm that Leclerc has been terminated. When she asks if he put down the second target, he simply tosses the phone off at the roof. There is way more sentiment in this movie than I would have expected. Katia and Litvenko were definitely textbook side stories, but 47's sentiment was kind of unexpected. Oh my, as they go to leave the roof, they are greeted by another 47. And then the credits roll. What was that? We're also never gonna get any more of that story, so I guess that's the end of that. Oh, and it turns out that John actually didn't die. He just got snowy white hair. Not a bad movie. For a Hitman movie, I don't really know what I expected, but this touched on it here and there. Give it a shot. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more like this one. Comment what you think I should watch next, and I'll see you in the next video.